when Colin Kaepernick started to kneel. And he said it was about police brutality. And the first thing that came to mind was like, how is taking a knee during the national anthem gonna solve police brutality? And then the following day, everybody had an opinion. And it caused such an uproar because, you know, if they can take a Super Bowl quarterback, they could take his job. What's to stop them from taking my job? Even though he had every right to do so, there's nothing constitutionally that tells you what he's doing is wrong. I don't think anybody should make him say that he's wrong for doing that. I mean, this country was founded by rebels. We rebelled against the British Empire because of how they treated us unfairly. Colin Kaepernick was ushering that same patriotic virtue that built this country.
Right? Yeah. And PlayStation 4 and free games. Hopefully it's a takeaway that you're like, like a different kind of experience, like hopefully not like a rote learning experience, like hopefully like in playing games, you are thinking of interactivity and the time you spend as relevant and that this medium matters in the same way that film matters to people, right?
The thing you're going to find is that most of business, whether it's video games or almost any other industry, revolves around relationships. And your ability to establish relationships and establish connections with people will benefit you greatly. If I have to talk to an engineer, that is essentially a different language than an artist. I mean, and you can look around. I mean, it doesn't even have to be gaming related. You know, go to the engineering school, talk to them, and then try to convey a concept to the art students. You know, they talk in a different way. So we're talking about different things, and if you start to learn about how they speak, you can start to translate those things.
We got problems, folks. We're fighting civil rights in all kind of angles to protect the young folks, and my old butt too. It hasn't gotten better, and especially in our black community. There's no respect for the police officers. They have to rebuild themselves in the black community.
The history of policing in America has been to control what are considered dangerous minorities from the beginning.
This is my diagnosis of what occurred. Most of the problems you're looking at, Mayor, are symptoms of the collapse of a leadership system.
Breaking news. Early this morning, former Minister of Technology and Human Rights activist Jonathan Yahya was arrested as enforcers here try to figure out if this terrorist attack was the work of one person or a wider network.
At this stage, we are keeping an open mind around whether more than one person is responsible for the attack. I want to reassure the citizens of Nameen and the overall public that we are working very hard to resolve this. Based on the new information we have made changes to our team of investigators. It will now be led by Special Enforcer Saul Torres.
When you're in the game, it was, I'm not letting Wilco down. I saw what he did, I'm not failing him.
For me, I was in such a better position to take on the task of the next level just because I was in shape, just because accountability, just because we knew how to watch film. Some guys they didn't even watch film.
I know what he did all summer. I know how hard he worked. I know what he's put into this. I got to do my part. I'm not failing him.